Death is supposed to be the end. Silence, stillness, nothing moves. But in nature, that silence can be a performance, a last desperate trick to stay alive. Across forests and fields, some creatures drop cold, opossums slump, snakes flip belly up, beetles freeze mid-crawl. Animals that slow their heartbeat, slacken their muscles, and sell the illusion so hard that even predators second-guess the kill. This behavior is called Thanatosis, playing dead. It's evolution's stagecraft, timing, posture, even scent. Tonight, we'll meet the masters and ask what else might be faked. Stay sharp. Number 10 comes with a quick field lesson. Predators key off movement. To survive, some prey do the opposite. They go still. Most hunters run a chase trigger. Sudden motion flips that switch. Pursuit mode on, claws out. Freeze, and you interrupt that trigger. Predators rely on motion to lock target and predict a path. No motion means no path, just a hard-to-solve shape in the grass. There's also disease risk avoidance. Many predators hesitate around anything that looks dead or sick. Parasites and pathogens are a real cost. Stillness can read as risky carrion. That creates a conflict state. Chase instincts say go, disease and uncertainty say wait. In that pause, the prey either stays invisible or bolts when the predator looks away. Bottom line, movement invites pursuit. Stillness buys seconds and doubt. Break the chase trigger, raise carrion risk, force hesitation. That's why going still so often works. At number 9 tonight, forget rankings. Meet the opossum's signature move, tonic immobility. It's not acting, it's an involuntary shutdown when danger spikes. Here's what you see up close. Glassy eyes that don't track, a slack jaw with the tongue sometimes peeking, limbs limp, and breathing so suppressed you might miss it. Heart rate drops, body goes still, nature's hard reset. A roadside researcher told me about pulling over on a dark county road, headlamp on, an opossum sprawled like a crime scene. No blink, no flinch. But every so often, the faintest chest rise, just enough. And then the kicker, a decomposer chemical scent, that carrion reek that says, I'm already gone. Minutes later, the body eased out of the freeze and the animal slipped into the brush. Key idea, the body does the acting. The brain's threat circuits flip the switch. The opossum isn't choosing a performance. Predators lose interest, the moment passes, and function returns. If you find one dead, don't poke or panic, give space. The system will reboot on its own. Number 8. Iowa can wait a beat, because this little actor deserves the spotlight. Act 1, the bluff. The hognose hisses, flares a cobra-like hood, and throws noisy false strikes. It's all theater, big sound, bigger silhouette, zero intent to bite. Act 2, the collapse. When the bluff doesn't move the predator, the snake cranks up the drama, violent writhing, rolling, and frantic corkscrews. Dust flies, coils thrash, and it looks like a full-on meltdown. Act 3, the corpse. It flips upside down, mouth agape, tongue lolling, pupils dull, textbook, I'm done for. Then comes the kicker, a foul musk from the cloaca to sell the scene. To most predators, that smell screams, do not eat. Quirky fact, if you carefully set a dead hognose upright, it'll immediately roll back over, because the act isn't over. Harmless snake. World-class performer. Number 7 on our nature countdown, the ground beetle's instant drop. When a threat looms, many species snap into Thanatosis. They fold the legs, freeze the antennae, and hit the deck in a fraction of a second. To a predator wired to chase motion, a motionless corpse isn't worth the risk. It's a low-energy defense, but a clever trade. Vanish now, live to run later. And the freeze isn't one size fits all. Feign duration varies wildly, and it's heritable. Some lineages pop back up in a few seconds, others stay statues for a full minute or more. That family trait means natural selection can tune how long to play dead to the local predator mix. One more upgrade: chemistry. Fire-colored beetles can ooze sharp-smelling deterrents from their leg joints. A final back off if the freeze doesn't work. Motionless, unappetizing, and chemically nasty is a tough combo to swallow. One stat takeaway: the ground beetle family alone includes over 40,000 species worldwide. Plenty of ways to perfect the art of not being eaten. Lake Malawi, a quiet patch of sand. One fish plays dead on purpose. Meet Nimbochromis livingstone. It tilts over and lies on its side, mottled like a fallen, rotting fish. Gills barely move, fins barely twitch. To passing scavengers it screams free meal. Tiny cichlids circle, test the sand and edge closer, reading the stillness as safety. This is Thanatosis, playing dead, but used as a weapon. The predator watches from one eye, motionless, letting curiosity and hunger pull the boldest right into range. Then, snap! An explosive burst from the sand, a speed-ramped lunge that turns still water into a clouded puff. The fake corpse becomes a missile. The closest scavenger is vacuumed in on the first strike. In a heartbeat, it settles again, half buried, as scales drift like confetti and the school scatters. Why it works: open sand, harsh light, and a patchwork pattern that sells the lie. When the dust clears, Nimbochromis rolls back onto its side and resets the trap. In Lake Malawi, playing dead isn't surrender, it's strategy. Many species begin with a nuptial gift. The male spins a neat silk bundle, sometimes with prey inside, and presents it to the female. The package calms her, buys him time, and signals, "I'm a provider, not prey." Then comes the wild part. In some species, the male suddenly collapses, limp, legs tucked, playing dead right in the middle of courtship. This Thanatosis isn't panic. It's strategy, reducing aggression so he can approach safely. When the female relaxes, he revives, aligns, and mates, often in short bursts. Males repeat this collapse-revive cycle multiple times, each round nudging mating success higher while keeping risks lower. A silk-wrapped gift, a well-timed death, and careful revivals. Elegant tactics in miniature that turn danger into opportunity. Kicking off with an opossum that was, no joke, pronounced. Cold morning, roadside check, faint breath, no response. We tag it for removal. And 20 minutes later it's up, waddling off like it just hit snooze. Classic Thanatosis, playing dead, plus low body temp that hides heart and respiration from quick checks. Next, a hognose snake, bagged as expired after zero movement and a limp body. Back at the bench, instant resurrection, tongue flicks, dramatic head lift, perfect Oscar performance. Hognoses are notorious. They flatten, gape, even emit musk, then go statue still. Vital signs weren't gone, we just couldn't detect them in the moment. We've seen it in labs too. Beetles logged dead in cold storage, then crawl once warmed, and cichlids labeled expired after transport, only to revive with aeration and time. Not mischief, just physiology. Torpor, hypoxia tolerance, and thermal shock can drop movement and vitals below what a quick glance, or even a basic sensor, will catch. The lesson? Sometimes life signs are suppressed. Our tools or timing are the limit, not the organism. Build in a warm-up window, recheck with light stimulation, and when safe, assume maybe before mortality. A little patience prevents bad data, and awkward apologies to very alive animals. Let's map animal smarts as a spectrum, not a single IQ score. Picture a branching tree of life where different lineages light up with tactics. Some defenses fire automatically, some are tuned to context, and some look downright strategic, yet all evolved under similar pressures. Involuntary. The opossum's hardwired tonic immobility, instant shutdown. Calibrated. The hognose snake escalates a fake death routine only when needed. Strategic. Spiders that stalk, detour, or time silk shots show flexible, goal-directed choices. Across phyla, convergent evolution repeats the playbook. Insects, reptiles, mammals, fish, and arachnids independently arrive at startle displays, bluffing, lures, and decoys. Schooling fish and insect swarms offload control to the group. Mimic species lure prey with deceptive signals. Different bodies, same problem, similar solutions. Reflex to strategy, one spectrum, many paths. Different branches, same survival math. As we edge toward the end, look at nature's stage, where survival is so precise it feels like performance. The opossum drops into stillness, playing dead with slack jaw and glazed eyes, an act so convincing even predators believe it. A hognose snake takes it further, rolls belly up, tongue out, mouth agape, pure theater that saves its life. In water, a cichlid mouth broods, hiding a cloud of fry, then releasing them on cue, timing so tight it feels choreographed. And a spider rides vibrations, web-tuned like a violin, masking, mimicking, striking with uncanny precision. Biology this exact blurs the line between act and reality. Hold that feeling as we roll into what comes next. And our number one pick, North Dakota. Before you scoff, look at the full picture. Strong pay, lower costs, light taxes, and steady freight make North Dakota's overall package tough to beat. Oil and gas anchor demand, with agriculture and construction keeping loads moving year-round, especially in the Bakken. With no state income tax and affordable housing, OTR and specialized drivers often clear $75,000 to $90,000 a year, and keep more of it. Death is a tool, a strategy, a disguise. But the animals are very much alive. For drivers, that means cut the noise, follow the freight, and bank the paycheck. Like and subscribe and tell us in the comments, which performance surprised you most?